We'll just go ahead and we'll get started. And let's get the rust off after 2 whole weeks.
It's time for Karmora.
So, our band of adventurers, the Talaria, are nearing the end of their journey to Sangaan, the gateway to the south. Your past week and a bit, you have had several notable encounters since you had left Embar. You have faced creatures that have been defending their territory, conversed with several denizens, including an old druid that seems to be guarding a dying glade, a mourning father and son duo after accidentally throwing a small insult, and you also gained frankly, a lot of trauma luggage. But now you wake up on what you hope to be the final day of travel, with the Sea of Sangaan far in the distance. And so, what is it that you all do?
Firstly, Tom, I think you mean close in the distance.
No, far. It's far in the distance. You can see it, but it's still far away.
I'm teasing you. Alright, so we fucking it's morning. I'm guessing that we're doing our rituals.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remind myself, like, what immediately happened, like, at the end of the last session.
Mev and Kinling got super fucking drunk and, like, you know, played cards and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And Aki and Havelock had that conversation about Mev and how she was basically self-destructing.
Yeah.
And then Havelock talked about, like, how he feels like he isn't what she needs, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's been 2 weeks.
It's been a while.
I am an idiot. I just realized what you were teasing me about. Literally.
Yep. Congrats, Tom. You figured it out.
I'm slow.
Alright. So yeah, that's how that went. I'm guessing that Killing and I need to make con saves.
To see if you get a hangover? Yep.
Honestly, we drank fucking 2 gallons of beer each. I would not be surprised if we were still fucking drunk. Constitution.
21?
Woo! Go, Kinling.
19, yeah. So, Mev, this isn't your first time having a booze up. Many a time have you had that with your mother and her crew.
Mm-hmm.
So you're relatively fine. You did drink 2 gallons worth, so you got.
I guess that I don't feel too great, but
yeah, you got carpet tongue.
Was 2 gallons the amount that, like, is that the maximum amount that the alchemy jug could make?
Pretty sure it's 4, but obviously they shared it between
It was
the 2.
4 gallons, but they split it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. Mev gets up and, I think it's Havelock in the morning.
Yes.
Yes.
I know Aki gets up pretty early, but it's usually Havelock in the morning. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. You're not dead yet?
Dead? Why would I be dead? I feel great.
You didn't give me the jug back last night.
Oh, right. And she takes out the jug and hands it to him. Ah, pretty cool. Are you making anything for breakfast?
I was thinking about it. Unless we just wanted to hit the road and eat later.
Well, I'm not fussed about it, but, I don't know, just make up your mind before we, hop off. And she just starts to, like, collect her things. She's relatively, like, quiet, but, like, she's humming along as she works.
Okay.
Do you want to go hunting with me? Get some fresh meat instead of just rations.
Hunting? We can. Maybe we should leave a note.
We could leave it on Aki. We could write on his arm.
Really early in the morning. I'm not sure if Aki would be in a deep enough sleep. I could try.
We can try.
Okay. I guess we're gonna fucking peer into Aki's tent. Is he up?
Aki is... Yeah, Aki is awake. He's sort of just... He's in, Yeah, he's in his... He's wearing, like, his, He's basically wearing his clothes from last night because he hasn't really got any other pairs. And is just sort of sat up in his sleeping bag, just reading one of his books.
Damn it.
Aki.
Damn what, precisely?
Nothing. I stubbed my toe on a rock. She smiles at him as, she peeks in. So, good morning. How are you? How did you sleep?
Like an infant child. How about you? I was concerned that you perhaps would, end up in in some kind of sticky situation.
Oh, I was fine. I just went to my tent after, taking Kinling to his, and, out. Just like a light.
I suppose not so much fall asleep as lose your consciousness.
Isn't that the same thing?
Well, in the same way... Well, it's deeper, perhaps, more profound. And...
Like dying.
Temporarily, I suppose, yes.
Well, handsome man, me and the lady are gonna go hunting, so stay here and make sure Kindling doesn't, like, choke on vomit.
I'll do my best.
I think more likely that he'll, like, bite off his own tongue.
You never know.
True. I get the, impression that he doesn't really drink.
That's true.
Who are you talking to, sorry?
Hmm?
Who are you talking to, sorry?
Just in general, that Kinling doesn't particularly drink.
I suppose not.
Well, if he hasn't died yet, I don't think he'll die now. And Mev, steps out of the tent, grabs her weapons.
Alright.
Hamlock's gonna come with.
Okay, so
Alright.
is there any particular game you're trying to hunt?
Maybe some fox if we have it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a survival check.
Mhm.
Fox sheet will load today. I'd happy to do that for you. Don't have luck.
17 and a 2. So, at this point, the sun is sort of still partially rising, and the fox is being more suitable for nocturnal hunting. You know that you only have a small window to search for it. I'm going to... Yeah. But you do get lucky. After about 10 minutes of exploring the slightly forested areas of the hill that you're currently on, you do see what looks to be a fox burrow with a few foxes sort of just essentially finishing off the meal that they have.
Hey, Mev.
Hmm?
Should we get him?
Well, this is what we are here for, right?
Yeah. But I don't know if
Should
you want
we
like something
get
different.
them? Are there any babies?
Not that you can see.
Alright. There are no children. We can get these ones.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Mev will... I suppose try to get, like... Two of them. That'll be my goal.
Okay, so you're approaching the foxes then?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's stealth,
Yep.
which I'm...
Clink, clink, clink.
Oh boy.
Since she's walking away to stealth, I'll
Yep.
flip up my eye patch and be ready to shoot at them with a light crossbow.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no fucking way that I can stealth.
What's the range of the light crossbow? Just quickly check.
Oh, that's a good question. I want to say it's probably like 30 feet or something.
Because you are further than 30 feet. Let's have a look. Light crossbow.
80 to 320.
Okay. So you're about 100 feet away, so keep in mind that if you take any shots from this distance, it would be a disadvantage.
I guess I will also try to stealth closer.
Okay, make a stealth check. 8. You sort of step forward very carefully, and it starts off fairly well until you get about 5 feet closer, and Mev, your foot slips on a tree root that's sort of like caked with morning dew, and as you land, your armor clanks loudly. Havelock, you watch as the fox's head sort of like look up instantly and begin to bolt for the burrow. You've got one shot.
Can I shoot?
Yep. Disadvantage. You're still beyond effective range.
11?
Let me have a look. That actually isn't a stat for a fox, if you can believe it. I mean, there is, but it's not an actual fox. It's slow enough. Let me see. Misses, actually. Or specifically, it hits, but it's a grazing hit. As you sort of hit one of them on the back leg, you see like a spurt of blood, but it quickly like forces its way into the burrow and vanishes.
Mev, do you think I'm skinny enough to crawl in there?
She pauses. Can I gauge if Havelock would be? I don't think so.
It's difficult to really tell. It is a rather thin, hole to go through, but I mean, Havelock's fairly thin as well. Maybe, possibly, you have no clue.
I don't think it's worth it. You'll get stuck. Mev gets up and wipes her clothes off. Then water. Maybe this is karma for me lying to Aki about stubbing my toe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lie.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
lied.
please.
You're a little liar, and this is karma.
Mev just rolls her eyes at him. Okay, well, that was a bust. And I don't think we really have enough time to set up my hunting traps.
Maybe we'll find a deer?
Deers typically come out at dusk.
Fuck it, let's wander around until we find something.
There's probably lots of birds.
You're a bird.
She looks at Havelock like, yeah? Yeah, buddy, I don't see you coming up with any ideas. Mev actually switches out for her fucking crossbow. Alright. And she's going to start looking around for birds.
Okay.
Shoot them out of the fucking trees.
Make another survival check, as when you had landed, you had obviously scared more than just the foxes with the loud clang, so you have to sort of go a little bit further away, search a bit more. 18!
Man, where were these rolls when I was lost in the fucking forest?
So,
Waiting for now, I guess.
you spend about another 15 or so minutes. You get around to the edge of the area, of the forested area that you're currently in, and you start hearing the telltale tweets of birds.
Alright. Mev takes out her crossbow, loads it. Havelock, we've only got one shot at this to get two of them. Once we shoot, they'll go flying.
Alright. Let's go for it.
Alright. Gonna fucking try and shoot some goddamn birds.
Okay, so first most make a perception check to sort of pinpoint where they are.
Perception.
For both?
Yeah, both of you can if you want.
Hey!
Okay.
Oh,
Um.
Pirates.
Yeah, you sort of just stay still, and you can see that there's what appears to be 3 or 4 birds that are sort of like sitting on a bench, just casually singing. They are about 80 feet, so you are just within range.
Okay. Yeah, and we have the same type of crossbow, so.
Yeah, you're just within effective range.
You roll for this?
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Gonna fucking. Come on. Woo!
We get birds! I don't think they can touch 24.
No, they can't. And one sec. Yeah, no, go by the average there. Yeah, no, you there's just a simultaneous click as the crossbow bolts fly forward and hit the 2 furthest birds to them. The other two that are there just instantly like take off and bolt.
Nice. She reaches out for a high five.
Havelock's gonna give her the high five and a hug. That's my first mate.
She will go over and she'll collect the two poor birds.
Mhm.
What's their size?
They're magpies, so they're adult magpies, so fairly for their size, they're fairly. They're like, you could probably split them and give it it'd be enough to feed. Well, if you gave it all of them, it would feed.
Anyone that eats.
Yeah.
Okay. Then.
Like it'll do you for this meal, but there's definitely not going to be enough there for rations unless you only give like a sliver of the meat.
Nah, first
Okay.
mate only for this time. Can I go around the area and look for like any feathers that might have come loose?
Sure, make an investigation check.
Or
It's difficult to say. There's a lot of undergrowth around here.
fucking plants. If we didn't have Aki in the group, I'd cut some of you down.
Yeah, so you feel that the only feathers you're going to be able to get are the ones from when you actually pluck the magpies.
You know, I haven't had a bird in a little while. We used to shoot them down all the time on the ship.
I mean, it's no seagull or what's that weird fucking bird called? The one with the like massive beak thing. Pelican? Pelican. It's been a while since I had pelican.
Yes. Fucking seagulls. Hate them.
Actually, if we did have some pelican beaks, we could clean them out and make them into like rain catchers. That'd be pretty decent. Or it could
She
be a weird hat.
she ties up the birds like in a little pouch. And she's gonna start walking back with Havelock. What are you guys doing in this time? I'm guessing we were gone for about half an hour.
Yeah, it'll take you about 45 minutes total, basically, from going and coming back.
Yeah, what are you guys doing? RP, do something. I'll fight you.
She will.
Aki sort of finishes sort of the chapter of one of the books he was reading, and sets it down. Then sort of scrambles out of his tent, does a big old stretch, and starts walking back towards the campfire. I'm guessing the two boys are.
Yep. I'm just imagining Nate's friend just showing up and Peach being like, "You, RP, now!"
Let's dance.
When it comes to role-playing, she is clearly the D, and everyone else is the S.
Okay, and Aki's gonna just get a seat by the fire. Did Havelock and Mev did actually tell him that they're off hunting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we let him know that we are going out hunting and that we will eventually be back, so he didn't have a panic attack.
Okay.
Man, who would do that?
Yeah, weird, right? Then, I think it kind of all depends. What's Kindling up to?
Ooh, using kindling as an out. of things.
But I suppose the most effective remedy for that sort of thing would be to not do the drinking in the first place. But
What a shithead, Aki.
Yeah. Tom, quick question.
Yes.
Do we have coffee in this universe?
Yes.
We have tea, so like.
It's literally like
Ground
coffee.
beans.
Yeah, ground beans. It's no
Yeah,
different from tea. It's no
It's not
different
any
from
old
like
beans,
dried
that's
tea
not-
leaves.
It's not any old bean, is it? But okay.
Oh, are you asking if there's any coffee brands in Karmora? No, before you ask. No, there is no there is no what else we call it, Nestle or whatever.
Well, when we go to Sangaan, we must go to the local proprietor of the Buxom Star.
I swear to God.
No, yeah. So, Aki sort of says, well, I'm not entirely versed in that side of healing, but I hear a strong mug of coffee does the trick, or often the fact that a lot of the symptoms one associates with both drunkenness and afterwards comes from a lack of moisture in the body. So, do you have a mug I could borrow? Right. Well, common theory is that as one drinks a certain amount of alcohol, it's to nullify its effects, one must drink an equal amount of water. So, how much did you drink?
Aki's like, how are you not dead from alcohol poisoning?
Yeah, Aki genuinely looks astounded. Yeah, Aki goes, I'm sorry, 2 gallons. That's enough to incapacitate an oryx. How are you not beyond this plane at this point?
Willpower and love.
Pretty much. Somewhere in Karmora, a dwarven war criminal goes, that's fucking nothing, mate. Wait, what do you mean? As in consuming the first, the second was easier once you consume the first? Or what is a gallon in liters? Hold on. Okay, I get you. Sorry, I'm doing some conversions here. Oh boy, Jesus Christ. Do you want to have... Okay, because I'm guessing in the States you do stuff by pints, don't you? Like, as in
Yeah.
drinks.
Yeah.
Do you know how many pints 2 gallons is?
I'm not aware of how many pints 2 gallons is.
You both had 16 pints of beer last night.
Oh my god!
I don't think I need to tell you how much that is.
Holy shit!
Maybe the hangover check should have been with disadvantage.
Oh dear. 16 fucking pints of beer you just had. If you both had 2 gallons.
Oh my god.
And just go like, okay, wait, so 2 gallons is. Frankly, how can that much liquid be stored inside a frail mortal body? Your bladder alone should be the size of a celestial body.
Fucking. Who's to say that it isn't? Going off of assumptions here, Aki.
Well, yes, but given the clean nature of your undergarments, I trust that you didn't dispose of anything in the night. But regardless, drink, have some stretch, have some. He's still flummoxed by the fucking 16 pints in a night. Stretch some food, have a water, and eat some food. Have a
Honestly.
good stretch, come back to your senses, and I suppose drink an entire ocean's worth of water. I would relieve yourself, for God's sake.
Freaking. Listen, if they had gone with their original plan, one of them would be like fucking dead.
Probably.
What was the original plan again?
To drink the whole fucking thing, like loser drinks the whole thing, and Meb was trying to cheat to fucking drink it all.
What? So she drank 32 pints?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, that would have
Hold
been
on.
potentially death.
I want to check something.
You're going to see
Yeah,
how much alcohol can kill the person. So it takes to kill a person.
Of alcohol. What's like what's overdosing on alcohol? How much alcohol can kill you?
Mm-hmm. Honestly, the 16 pints should have made them very sick. But...
Okay, so generally, once your blood alcohol concentration is 0.40% or over, it's dangerous territory. At this level, what was that? At this level, you have symptoms like confusion, drowsiness. What? At this level, there's a risk of coma or death. So if you're above 0.40, you might end up dying.
So really, it just depends on how strong the beer was, which I'm guessing it was like basic, just shitty ale, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, it was a fuck ton of it. Good thing they didn't do the 4 gallons.
That would be one of the weirdest ways to kill off your character.
Fucking.
Can you imagine? You genuinely like not even like death by misadventure from being drunk, just the alcohol, just straight up alcohol poisoning.
Yep.
I mean, technically,
Oh, yeah.
technically, you could drink something with enough alcohol in it, you could go blind permanently.
That is true, actually. Yeah.
Nice. New goal unlocked.
Get Nev blind.
Hold on, how much water can I produce?
You can do several gallons, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm just seeing a shape, like, create water, how much it lets me. I can create up to 10 gallons of water. Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, which is quite a bit.
Okay, I don't know if he's... Okay, cool. So, yeah, Aki kind of goes... No, I fear for the remedy you require. A simple traveler's mug won't do.
Put it in the jar.
Well, actually, hold on. Where is the jar?
I
Havelock
think
has it.
Havelock has it.
Havelock has the jar.
It's alchemy jar, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the alchemy jug.
Alchemy jug, that's it. There you go, magic item. How big is it?
4 gallons.
No, I mean like the object itself.
Big enough to hold 4 gallons.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, it's big enough to hold what 12 gallons
Oh,
of
here,
seawater.
here we go.
It's a water
The
jug.
ceramic jug. The ceramic jug appears to hold a gallon of liquid and contains 12 weighs 12 pounds, whether full or empty. Sloshing sounds can be heard from within the jug when it's shaken, even if the jug is empty. Okay. So it sounds like it's something that you wouldn't be able to carry around by yourself, really, would it?
Yeah.
It's 12 pounds. You can
It's-
carry around 12 pounds.
Okay, fair.
I
It's a
mean,
water
it
jug.
may be wide enough to be held two-handed, but
Okay.
anyone
Something
can carry 12 fucking pounds. That's the size of, like, a 1-year-old.
That's only 5 kilograms.
Yeah. Akius goes, well, I suppose we could use, Havelock's... That vessel Havelock has, it's in the never-ending liquid, but... hopefully that can make water. Should be fine. Because you do know there's pretty horrific side effects at that level of consumption, yes? Well, it's it's probably something you should be aware of, dear boy. Yes, drowsiness, fatigue, lack of judgment, lack of loss of motor skills, but at that level, it could be fatal. It could be you could go blind. You could end up having whole manner of afflictions just come from that. The sheer quantity of alcohol, because you are aware that it essentially what it is it's a poison. It's a malediction, but it hurts you in just such a way that it's pleasurable.
Like Mev.
Well, let me check again. What's the? Oh yeah. Alcohol poisoning. You can have it increases chances of heart attack. Yeah, you can just pass out. In most severe cases, alcohol poisoning can lead to coma, brain damage, and death.
Hey.
Yes, of course. Yes. I fear there's not a bush big enough in the realms, but go ahead.
Alrighty, so Killing goes to do his business, recreating the thawing scene from Austin Powers.
Oh my god. How long would you say this all takes? I don't know, 20 minutes?
Give or take, yeah.
Okay. What do you guys do in that time after Kindling, goes in peace for another 10? Got about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I get him save. So, Kindling and Havelock were kind enough to let me know that they were off.
You mean
Go off
Mev and Havelock?
What did I say?
You said Kindling and Havelock.
Ah, fuck. That Havelock and Mevale were off on a hunting trip this morning, getting some fresh food. I suppose I might be a bit eager on our behalf if we prepare breakfast now. Well, discussing that would go into conjecture about their hunting skills, so, I believe that hopefully they'll bring back, I don't know. Do I remember seeing like a particular abundance of animals around here?
Not really. You've seen like a few sheep in the distance, but you're not
But
too
we
sure.
have fucking birds.
But you're not too sure if they were like livestock or if they were wild sheep.
Okay. I guess well, I suppose if we get closer and closer to civilization, more scavenging animals like foxes and rabbits and the like would probably be more common. So perhaps one of them. There's always some few birds flying overhead for them. Also, although since Sangaan is in the distance, there's probably a farmstead or two around here, and I don't quite know how. I don't quite know how reckless either of them are feeling this morning.
It's
They
really a
seem-
gamble.
They seem fairly compos mentis, but I don't know if they get either desperate or greedy enough to steal a local farmer's livestock and drive them towards us.
Aki, you say Copus Mentis?
Yes.
It's Compus Mentis.
All right, whatever.
I don't even know
Hey,
what
hey,
it
hey,
means.
Latin doesn't exist in Karmora, thank you. It's slightly different over here.
Mm-hmm. That's the excuse.
God damn it.
Get beat.
She woke up and you woke up and chose pedantry today. Hold on. I did just say, Aki basically said they're probably going to hunt for some wild things, but I wouldn't put it past them to steal some poor guy's cattle.
Yeah.
And the thing you picked up from that slander is my bad Latin pronunciation.
Yes. Because, the rest of it is fairly true. They may go to a farm and, like, just straight up steal a sheep. But, I like they seemed sane while saying it incorrectly.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's like I'm not sure, but I think no matter what they procure, I trust in your abilities to cook downright anything. Was there a lake nearby, or the river? Are we near the river?
You've seen a few like small streams. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. Boosh. You're boosh.
You
27.
there is some streams. They seem to. It's difficult to say just because of that you're still a significant distance away, but it looks like there might be a couple close to Sangaan.
Okay. Yes. I believe I spotted a few streams on the way here, but no great roaring torrents. Perhaps you could find one of them, or wait until Sangaan. We come to more than a day's away. That is a fair point, I think. Okay. Yes. So, was there no streams like close to the camp?
There's maybe one a couple of minutes away that you had passed previously.
Okay. Yeah. Aki goes. Actually, if you just walk around and walk through that direction, you'll see a small gully, and down there was a small trickling stream. You might be able to clean yourself off there. And if it's perfectly fresh, you could try drinking some. You need to... As much water as you can get in your system, the better, I believe.
Sorry, I had to step away. My mother had me do something for her. What did I miss?
Nothing much. Just these two conversing.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
We figured out that, you know how last session or whatever, Mev and Killing just sort of breezed off drinking 2 gallons of beer each.
Yeah, I was there for that. I just missed like a few moments.
Okay. Yeah, nothing major happened. Just basically, Aki being a bit of a mother hen to Kindling.
Aw, cute. Kindling, you better wash your fucking hands or you're never going into the kitchen again. We do not allow piss hands to touch our food. That's why Aki doesn't cook.
That's fucking rude.
Yeah, piss boy, what about it?
Nothing's just gonna get cry later.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry.
Anna, remember, you're not Havla. Warning.
Sorry, I'm just sorting out some stuff and I accidentally misclicked.
Damn, can't believe he's gonna fucking fight Havelock now.
Alright. I
Character
suppose
development, y'all.
in that time, me and Havelock would probably get back, right?
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Oh. Hello! We have returned.
Ah, welcome back. Were you met with any success?
Yes, we got these. And Mev holds up the poor dead birds.
What kind of birds are they?
They're magpies.
They're magpies.
Okay. It's like... Do they look like particularly healthy magpies?
Relatively so, yeah.
Okay, it's like... I trust I can probably eat them. I don't think I ever have.
Oh yes, be fine. They're pretty good, though. And she looks at the magpies. You know, these are typically considered a bad omen.
Yes, I was going to say, although I suppose, since that was my first thought, but I assume since they're now going to be you consider them breakfast, that perhaps you didn't have that superstition.
Well, typically, it's only really a bad omen if, like, they're dead.
When you find them.
Yes, when you find them dead. These were perfectly healthy, and they were, you know, just minding their own business, and then we shot them. Now, if we had left them, then someone else would be fucked.
Well, by that logic, I'm beholding, for the first time, of this bunch of magpies, I'm beholding them for the first time dead, so is it bad luck for me?
She glances at the magpie, seeming to think about this. I guess we'll find out.
Insight check on that laugh, please.
Sure, go ahead.
I just want to see if that has malicious intent.
Well, it's Mevalier. There's always malicious intent.
That's fair.
Ooh.
She's fucking with you.
Okay.
Wow, thanks, Kinling.
That last one is vaguely goofy.
No, sure.
Oh my god. Yeah, she's fucking with you in her meth way.
Okay. And then, yeah, so back it goes. Well, I suppose if no misfortune comes from killing one, I suppose none can come from eating one, so, how about we, hand them over to our, culinary department?
Sounds good. I mean, we'll know if you're cursed if yours is, like, suddenly filled with maggots or something.
Yes, or perhaps if maggots are spontaneously put there by some unbeknownst force.
I can't believe you're sitting here saying that kindling carries maggots on him.
Mev just, like, holds her stomach as she leans forward, trying to, like, not fucking explode into laughter. Kindling's just there! Is he
Kindling?
back?
Is kindling back?
Yeah. It'd be
Aw,
really
how-
funny.
Kindling, please confirm, are you there?
Is he dead? Is this a seance?
Yes! Oh my god.
Havelock just
Yeah.
turns to Kindling. Is this a microaggression? Is he saying you have worms? And need medication?
Oh my god. Havelock, I think it's you that is being insulting.
Have worms.
Oh my goodness. You are terrible.
Oh my god. I know I haven't seen a doctor since I was like 2 years old, but come on.
I beg your pardon, excuse me?
You seen a doctor?
Listen, I was not hitting every milestone as I was growing up, apparently, so they just had me see the doctor.
A physician seen as surplus to requirements on pirate fleets?
Yeah, of course we have some sort of, mythical personnel. We're on the ship. Sometimes for years.
What if someone catches dysentery or ataxia or
Well,
some other
then they get thrown off.
into the sea?
Yes, I
They get a
mean,
boat.
So instead of just delivering them to a healer, you leave them for the Sea Lord's embrace?
Aki. Sometimes we're out at sea, way too far from shore. It would take weeks, months, possibly again years to get to a proper facility.
It is quite
And-
literally safer to expel them from the ship.
Exactly. If it's some sort of infectious thing that could kill people, we don't want it to spread. It's either they get thrown off the ship because they have no chance of life anyways, or we all die.
And that's how you get a ghost ship. It's worse than a ghost bear.
So yes, we throw people off the ship that have horribly infectious diseases that could kill us all. Of course there are ghost ships.
I suppose.
What's has Aki been yet again humbled?
Yeah. And yeah, Aki goes. Well, I suppose in the dire circumstances, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, and perhaps as equally dire equally dire outcomes necessitated. But anyway,
Wow.
also yes, I remember hearing stories about ghost ships. At least, well, I haven't seen one myself, but I remember a lot of mariners' tales and in children's books.
Well, typically, and they say typically, there are some exceptions. Typically, ghost ships refer to like stealth ships. Like they don't have banners, they attack people at random and just steal from. Usually, they are bad pirates, but they are unmarked so that no one can tell who they are, and usually their vessels are pretty quick, so they can get the fuck out. That's usually where those stories come from. Even when they're infamous, sometimes they're hard to spot. But there have been, stories and rumors of ships that have, suffered like some sort of terrible fate, or they got, too close to something that they shouldn't have. And, they, and then their spirits still use their boat and everything and, haunt people. But generally, those ones don't particularly attack people unless you get, too close.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens if one does?
Well, I think that
You like
depends.
sleeping with fish.
Either you just die, because typically they are pretty ferocious, or you join them. At least that's what I've heard. I've never actually seen one. Usually just stories from other pirates. Tom writing this down.
Nope, I've already got stuff on that.
Write this down, write this down.
Write it down, write that down.
But yes, that is usually ghost ships are just people banking off of the legends. But I have heard of pirates that have seen them before.
And you trust their word on it?
I don't know if I particularly trust it. I mean, my people are known to exaggerate their feats. But I feel like there's merit in listening to these stories because even if they aren't exactly true, they have some sort of lesson.
Mhm.
So I don't know if I believe them, but I keep their words in mind.
And what comes from a legend of a ship of damned souls?
You mean the lesson?
Yes, what does one learn?
Well, usually it depends on how that ship is, how it came about. I can't remember where I heard this story, but I remember hearing something about how a crew member sold out his ship to the Republic, and it got them all slaughtered. And this person, this crew member, had turned them all in basically for an escape, for money, things like that. And everyone was all killed, and when he came to the Republic, they went back on their word and killed him too. So the ship became vengeful. The crew, the spirits, were angered by this betrayal, and they spend their days, kind of floating along Karmora looking for this crew member. So, the lesson from that is, be loyal to your crew. Look out for them. Because, who else is going to look out for you?
I can agree with the sentiment. Fair enough then. But you don't think they actually exist, do you?
They do.
She looks to Havelock. Mev already said, she doesn't take them to heart, but she keeps them in mind. But Havelock seems pretty sure about ghost ships. From what I know about Havelock, is he talking from personal experience?
Not his own personal experience, but he has told you, the stories and rambling of some of his father's, oldest crew members who have, a lot more experience on the ocean.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And can I see if Havelock believes that that is a potential for his stuff? Can I, insight that?
Yes.
Okay. Mm, 13.
I don't even want to do anything with this. I'd say you know Havelock well enough to know that he, fully believes this shit. These are the men that raised him, essentially.
Okay.
So he fully believes in the ghost ships. You see, the slightest could be 1,000-yard stare if he had a second eye.
Okay. Yep.
He does.
No.
He does. Yeah.
He's running with men that he doesn't.
500-yard stare. Fucking yeah. Mev, seeing this kind of look, pats Havelock on the shoulder. Allegedly. They are allegedly real.
Be lucky enough to know not to stick our noses in one if we do find one. I don't fear much on the sea, but I would fear that.
And they tend to take noses as prizes, do they?
Well, they'll take your nose, your eyes, your legs, your arms, fucking everything about you. They will take
Skulls
you.
and fingers are the most popular, aren't they? Because, fingers have rings, and skulls are just skulls. They're kind of cool.
Yeah, but why just take only those when you can have an entire body? A new crew member. There's always work to be done.
Sure, but that's going off of like zombie or skeleton ships. We're talking about ghost, the spirit,
Wait, there's zombie and skeleton ships now?
They're all generally undead, but I think that it depends on what type of undead you become. And I don't know how that happens. I don't know that process.
Mev, do you not believe that your spirit stays kind of trapped near where your body is?
She looks at Havelock. No. I think your spirit is tied to something, but I don't think it's your body.
Debatable.
She... Actually, can you roll me insight? See if you catch this.
Oh god, insight. I almost hit intimidation.
Let's just roll deception to see what the DC is. Okay. You can see Mev go to say something. She bites her tongue.
No. Speak up. Come on.
You have magpies to cook.
I think you have magpies to take the feathers off of.
Fine. She goes to sit down and plucks them. Aki, you with your like passive perception probably caught that.
Right.
You would actually know what that's about because of the conversation that you had with Mev.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, is that Mev feels like she probably is the best person to like know about souls.
Well, yeah, because she has like seeming at the connect, like almost like a collective knowledge of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so you actually know what that's about. Havelock doesn't. But yeah, go ahead and fucking make breakfast. Leave Havelock in the dark.
Alright, kindling. Let's get cooking.
She's Anna is like
It's cooking time. What the fuck was our roll?
To make like the ones which you can use.
What the fuck is all
Whatchamacallit. Yeah, it was your proficiency plus dex and d20. Okay. It's edible, but it's not anything really spectacular.
Hold on. What does magpie taste like?
I bet the ghost ships have better food.
it's a corvid, so I'm not sure if that gives you an idea.
Anyone eat a magpie? Okay. Probably just.
Apparently there's what?
Yeah, so I'm just reading it from like a lot of people are like, I imagine it tastes like this, you know, but like it's not actually. Speak to an old bloke who used to forage for survival during World War II, and he says they aren't very nice, not much meat, and too stringy and chewy. He recommended taking the babies out of the nest as they were nice and. What the fuck?
That's fucked up.
What am I reading? Okay.
What am I reading?
Yeah, what are you reading, Ed? You clicked it.
Yeah, so basically, they're not very nice.
So they're nice but stringy. From the sound
Sure,
of it.
yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. So, eventually you finish cooking the meal, having your breakfast, and cleaning away all of your various apparatus, and prepare for the hopefully final leg of your journey into Sangaan. So, I need someone to roll a d10.
Neat.
For what may be the last time.
1.
1. Okay. Alright. So, you continue on your journey. It gets to a point where the hills sort of give away temporarily to a grassland before it starts to get hilly again, and you sort of notice as you're starting to go above the crest of the hills that Sangaan is situated on this particular set of hills. eventually you reach... the roads become more paved. And then you get to a fork in a road. You see one which states... both of them say to Sangaan, but below it they have a little bit something different. To the right, which seems to head to the base of the hill where Sangaan's base, you can see it says Sangaan, Reed District. And on the other one, it says Sangaan, Middle District.
Huh.
Would Havelock and I know the difference?
So, specifically, it's referring... there's several districts in Sangaan.
Mm-hmm.
You know of the Reed District, which is the newest district, which had been formed due to the discovery of ore within the hills themselves. The Reed District is very much like essentially the slums of the city. Whereas the Middle District, it's sort of... it's between two separate districts, which is probably why they called it the Middle District. But you know that it's roughly between what's called the Lower Skyward Markets and the Grime Way.
The what way?
Okay.
The Grime Way.
Head to the middle district. Would I be familiar with any taverns here? Any inns?
You know of ones in the specifically more near the Lower District, near the Reed Districts and everything. You know specifically the Grimeway has two inns called the Threshold and the Smokestack, and for the Reed District, you know a few more of them. The two in particular that you definitely remember is the Impure Waters and the Hole in the Bucket.
Okay.
Great names.
We're going to go to the Middle District, go to Grimeway, and we will Grimeway, and we will pick, an inn once we get there. Don't worry, Aki. I'm taking you to like the little bit of the nicer place because I know you are picky.
Well, it's not that, but it just... how grimy is this way?
Then to find out. She smiles.
Would Havelock know of any places that, like his father would have used around here?
Your father tended to frequent the Impure Waters. Mostly because, and you specifically recall this, that not only is an inn, it's also a brothel.
You know, Mev, we should really go to the Impure Waters, though. I think Aki would have a wonderful time there. Kindling, too.
What has my mom said about the Impure Waters? I'm familiar with it, but I'm sure that my mom had something to say.
When she had originally, been going to Sangaan, she did go there a few times, but she kind of felt that it was below her standards.
Needed higher quality prostitutes. Mom!
Essentially, her stance was that it was interesting, but not really her thing.
This place has prostitutes. I specifically asked for courtesans.
Ugh. Listen, Mev. Listen, you got to pick the place we stayed at last time. I want to pick the place this time.
Uh-huh. You want to pick the place, or you want to get your dick wet?
I was raised by some of those women, excuse you.
Raised to do what exactly? She grins.
I don't know. Why don't I show you tonight, huh?
Fine, if you want to go to the Imperial Waters, we can go to the Imperial Waters, but I don't know, I don't think it's really Aki's scene. I think, once he gets in there, he's going to run for it.
Aki is a big boy now. Hopefully he won't piss himself in fear meeting a couple of new ladies.
Also, Aki is right here and his ears are in working order.
Wow, really? I thought you became a spider again.
I think spiders can probably hear quite well, can't they?
I don't know. Why don't you tell us, Spider Boy?
I actually have no idea how well spiders hear.
I don't know either.
I'd assume not very well. They're very tiny.
You're very tiny.
Alright. Okay, go ahead and go to Reed District then, and we'll go to the Impure Waters. Where, it's completely innocent for Havelock.
Kinling, you want to come with me?
I said that we were going. You don't have to fuss.
Wait. Yeah, Akias goes, I believe they are trying. I believe they're intending that we stay in some sort of bordello.
You just hear Havelock whisper under his breath, "What the fuck's a bordello?"
A home for impure souls.
Mev just stares at Aki like,
a whorehouse.
Oh my god, every day Aki is getting closer to just getting knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. Women who have sex.
Such a tragedy. Oh my god, I can't believe he thinks you're a whore, Mev.
Since when exactly did I say I disapprove of female copulation?
You just did.
Well, no, but I know the unsavory reputation.
You being so tense about it, kind of, definitely shows how you feel.
What, that I'm aware of who I am, and that such a institution doesn't exactly fit my countenance, but also that my family could come into ill repute by the technical head of it being seen in such an establishment.
Maybe he's just gay.
Sorry?
Are you gay?
Are you
In what
gay?
respect? As in happy or joyful or?
You like men.
Depends on the man. To be honest.
What about the men you got here?
I prefer.
Do you think you're impressive?
I prefer those with a bit more humility, I would say.
Oh,
He likes him in the closet like himself. I see. I'm sure we could find you a man trapped in the barrel.
the barrel. That's good.
Come on, lads, let's get this show on the road. To the waters!
Alright. Going
Okay.
to fucking Impure Waters. I was trying to, take Aki somewhere that he wasn't gonna freak out. But,
You got to pick the last inn. I get to pick this inn. You can take them to the nice
I-
place next time.
Have picked all the inns, and they've all been fantastic.
Yeah, well, now we get Havlog's home away from home.
Yeah.
Next time we go to, can Aki pick the inn?
No, it's gonna be out of our budget.
That's true.
Actually, has Mev actually ever been inside the impure waters? Because I can't imagine that's somewhere that Camilla would have taken her unless she was a little older.
So the question there is, would Mev have snuck into the impure waters?
That's a fantastic fucking question.
That is, yeah,
And-
there it is.
And unfortunately, only you
considering-
have the answer.
Because if
Yeah.
if the answer is no, then no.
Considering the type of person that Mev is,
Goody two shoes.
also a whore, considering the type of person that Mev is, she probably has, without Camilla knowing.
So, so why is it particularly you're asking about then with the impure waters then?
I guess how familiar she is with it.
You've only snuck in a few times. You know that it, while it also doubles as a brothel, it does have sections for people who just want a night's sleep and they don't want to go to the hole in the bucket or any other inn. So it's not like the main attraction. It's sort of like it's like if you go to a bar now and there's a restaurant to the side of it. It's like the restaurant's in it an extra bit for it. It just takes up a chunk of the building now, kind of deal. It's like It's like this. The Impure Waters. It's an inn first, but it does offer those services to anyone.
It's like
willing.
a German brothel.
Yeah, basically.
Why a German brothel?
German brothels are, legal in Germany, and they also can work as hostels.
Okay, I didn't actually know that.
Okay. So
They're very popular, though.
So I assume you're heading to the Reed District, as opposed to going to the Middle District?
Yep.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, so you continue downwards on the current hill that you're at, past the various fields that are being used for grain that are being processed for harvest, until eventually reach the bottom of the current set of hills that you're on. At this point you can see that the entrance to at least this part of the city, it's not gated off through walls like the other parts of the city. You can see itself as you look upwards on the hill. Essentially, it's more of a case of that the road eventually narrows into this thin sort of pathway, which Havelock and Mev would know is known as the Grimeway, which connects the Lower Reed District to the Middle District. Looking at the buildings, they are a surprising amount of them. They're for such a new area. Weaving between the various streets, you can see that there's minecart tracks leading towards the various mines, which from this distance you can even see like several of the hills have been sort of like carved into, almost like wounds on the land itself. Overall, this low district looks very much has got like a minor town feel to it. There's a lot of grime everywhere. The people that are walking around they definitely look less well off. As you start going through into the Reed District proper, you can see that there's like a handful of beggars showing with various injuries from what you assume was maybe mining accidents or something else in regard to that. They're not completely downtrodden. Like you can see like children happily playing in the streets. You can see a busker here and there. As you carry on through the lower part of the city, it widens out to a river, one of the larger rivers that Aki you had spotted on the way here. And then across the bridge, the elevation begins to change quite rapidly until it gets to a steep incline leading to the Grindway itself. So, are you heading straight to the Impure Waters?
Yeah, just to get settled.
So,
I think.
get set up.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
So how grimy is the Grindway?
It's somewhat muddy and such near the lower part of it, where it actually gets into the Reed district. But it's not particularly messy, like, as it goes further up. You sort of make an intelligence check for me, Aki. Or a wisdom check.
Wisdom, because it's better. Hold on. Ooh, wisdom. Fuck.
Yeah, you don't know why it's called the Grindway. It doesn't look very grimy.
For this moment, Aki had a shit wisdom roll.
Yeah. Obviously, Havelock and Mev, you both know why it's called the Grindway. It was nicknamed that simply because it goes down to the Reed district.
Wow. That's fucking rude.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
It wasn't the choice of the inhabitants of the Grindway. It was, as always, the privileged elite over at, and you two would know this, over at the Vagrant Plateau, the original origin of Sangaan.
Especially little field mouse.
Oh, sorry. Continue.
Eventually, you direct the horse over to a large 4-story wooden building. It dominates the surrounding area. You can see that much of the bottom floor, the walls are caked in mud and what looks to be like maybe coal dust or something like that. Several of the windows are cracked, with a few of the ones on the lower floor just completely broken. Do you hook up the horses and go in, I assume?
Say so. Yeah. No reason not to.
Okay. As the 5 of you walk in, despite its rough exterior, the inside is large, open, and relatively clean. Best it can be. Barring the back wall, which clearly has several rooms on it, this entire floor is essentially just one large bar room with several stairs heading upwards. In the middle, in a sort of circular bar, you can see a few people that are currently working at the bar. I would say, let me just roll this. Yeah. I sort of look over to the back wall. You do see like 1 or 2 women sort of exit through the doors. They have robes wrapped around their body as they quickly make their way up the stairs closest to them. You two, Havelock and Mav, would know that these are the company that you can ask for in this place.
Yeah. Ziyaki? Not that bad.
I never said it was bad, did I?
You seemed concerned.
I wasn't necessarily concerned, just... I don't know what I was afraid of, honestly.
How accurate is that he wasn't concerned?
Do you need to insight for it?
I'm asking. I that's what I'm asking. Do I need to insight Aki?
I mean, you can if you like.
Let's insight Aki.
He's not really trying to hide anything.
No, but I'm gauging his thing.
Okay, 21. yeah, you can tell Aki is a bit on edge being here. And he kind of feels a bit uncomfortable and a bit like this place isn't really for me. And he's feeling maybe a bit more apprehensive for what may end up happening as a result of him being there, more than like being there itself is the thing he's worried about. He's basically more worried about like what may happen more than what is happening currently.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, alright. Mev, she will go ahead and go to like the bar proper or whatever.
Yep.
Pardon me.
Yes. A male human sort of finishes like pouring away a few bottles here and there. Looks to be in his 30s, has a sort of like shock white curly hair with a thick handlebar mustache and a thin scar that trails up the right side of his jaw. Yes, young lady, how can I help you?
Is he new? Do I recognize him?
He's not one that you really recognize, no.
Okay.
It's been some time since you've last been in this inn.
We need 2 rooms. Just rooms.
2 rooms, right. So like looks over at the rest of your group. So you want 2 of the bigger rooms, eh?
I think Havelock and I will be fine with a small, but we do have 3 people here, so... She, like, gestures to the rest of the guys.
Alright, and do you just want the regular rooms, or do you want the company package in there?
The regular, I'll let my companions make that kind of choice.
Right, 2 rooms, that would be 1 gold, 5 silver.
And she will take out the money and pay him.
Yeah. Takes it off and just sort of like slaps down 2 keys.
Thank you. She takes the keys and she heads back. All right. And she hands Aki the key to their room.
Thank you very much.
You, Kinling, and Maureen have a room together, but I made sure that it was one of the larger ones.
Very kind of you.
I know I'm awesome, right?
Let's not go that far.
Oh, you wound me, Aki.
It will heal, don't worry. It was only a minor glancing blow.
And Hemlock, I got our room.
Wonderful.
I did not get us the company package. If you want that, you'll have to get something separate.
Yeah, I know the drill. But why would I need a company when I already have you?
I don't know. I mean, I know that I'm always willing to add a third.
We'll see how we feel after a couple of drinks tonight.
Aren't you 2 like practically brother and sister?
What?
Like-
Mev looks to Aki like, where'd you get that from?
Well, as in like closeness of friendship. Wouldn't it be strange?
I mean, we're mates, but we're not like siblings.
Aki can just hear the gears stopping in Havelock's head with his fucking perception as he just stares at him.
What, did you think we thought of each other like that?
Well, yes. Like, close to family.
You can be family and, like, not be related?
Yeah, I'm very well aware of that.
Your family on a ship's a wee bit different than the one you got in a tree, my friend.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to say it. I mean, like your crew is your family, but everyone's fucking everyone.
You
Oh, it's
mostly marry your mates.
Oh, it's that kind of family. Okay.
How do the land people
Sister
say
wives.
it? No.
Uh,
Oh, I was gonna say free love.
free love. I mean, I'm sure that sounds nicer to you, but I think mine is hilarious.
What did you say?
Listen, when you
Sister
say
wives.
sister
yeah.
wives, I think of that YouTube video we saw, the guy that wants to like have sex
No.
with the adults that he adopts.
Horrifying. Anyways,
I'm with
I'll send
a
the
horrible
YouTube video.
fucking
It's
TV show.
not that
But,
bad.
anyways. So, yeah, Mev just shakes her head at, Aki, you know, as he comes to this realization. Yes, we are not particularly brother and sister.
All right.
Yeah? How does he look?
A bit confused, but also a bit guilty on himself for
Embarrassed?
passing judgment so fiercely.
That tends to be Aki's thing.
It never ends.
Never ends. But yeah, she tucks the key away. Alright, we're in Sangaan. What do we want to do?
It is currently the afternoon at the moment, relatively early afternoon, before you ask roughly what time it is.
Okay.
If you're not too sure, then this is a point where we'd normally take like a small break anyway, so...
Yeah, because did Ed just post BRB?
Yeah. If that's the case, then yeah, I say we'll take a small 10-15 minute break. That way as well you can brainstorm what you want to do in Sangaan, because you're in it. And,
We're
yeah.
finally in a new territory. That's
And let us continue. So, as I say, it's currently the afternoon. You've got time to do whatever it is that you want to do. So, what is it that you wish to do?
Because I guess from reading my having that guidebook of mine, that I got ages
Yeah.
ago, what would that book tell me about Sangaan?
So, Sangaan is known as the Gate to the South. It is the final stop before people make their journey through the Morag. It was originally a scenic retreat for the wealthy, with a smaller sort of like stopover town. However, the discovery of a lot of ore veins had turned it into pretty much a two-layered city, where you had the upper level called the Vagrant Plateau, and the Skyward Market for where the more privileged are, followed by the Grime Way and the Reed District.
Okay. And then say okay, so we're in the Reed district.
You're in the Reed District. You're at the bottom of the bottom of the hill.
Got it, okay. Yeah, let's go. Well, as you can probably imagine, I'm fairly new to this place. Or would you, local, Karmordakians, recommend?
Mm. She thinks about it. Well, this wasn't a very common pit stop for us. So I'm not too familiar. I mean, it's, you know, in the middle of land. But typically I go search, like, job boards, see if there's anything that needs doing. We should probably really resupply before we go into the Morang, but it will be fine for a couple of days. We have to spend, like, a week here, so...
Alright, well, in that case, we'll have to figure something out. Alright, then,
Really? I mean, this is probably going to be our last chance to really relax for a while. The Morag, we could be stuck in for a month, maybe? And that's, you know, if things go well. So... I guess take time to relax, don't rush, and we will, you know, we'll find something to do here. But the important thing is to enjoy ourselves while we can.
alright then. Alright then, what does one do for enjoyment around here then?
Mev instantly looks up the stairs. Like you're in a brothel, my man.
Ah, right.
You find
but
the lovely
obviously-
lady or lad. You can go shopping.
We could go outside and enjoy the wonders of nature. It would probably be good to start making rations of our own, because, you know, lots of people travel through here. I doubt we're going to get the whole lot.
It's a fair point, actually, yes. I agree. Perhaps it would be best to, yes, perhaps we could, take it easy for a little while, see if we can make ourselves useful, and stock up and drink in everything civilization has to offer before we, bid it farewell for a while.
So, let's spend the day walking around, see what interests us, and then this week we do it.
That works perfectly. Alright. Well, I suppose, now that we're all settled here, I don't think I'll be partaking in any of their activities.
Don't worry, you don't have to. Come on. We will go look around. Are either of you two coming with us, or are you going to participate in the entertainment here?
You guys go ahead. I'll go off on my own for a bit. I'll run back in eventually.
Alright. Got, you know, my two big burly boys with me. Marine?
Tom is
Tom.
gone.
Tom's dead.
Literally, he is not at his screen. Our
I can't
dungeon
believe
master
this.
is now the ladder.
All right, I'm gonna brush my hair real quick.
Can't believe we lost a dungeon master.
Now I'm back. My one of my dogs was trying to bully the other out of his bed, so I had to deal with it.
Yeah. Mev and the Beefy Boys are going out, and then Havelock's going on his own for a bit. Peach went to go brush her hair for a few moments.
Okay. So, you're just doing regular old exploring, I assume?
For now, yeah, just probably get our bearings.
Okay. Just trying to figure out the best way to make it easier for description's sake. I guess, what particular district are you going to be focusing on first?
Probably the one we're in the closest ones, like around like the Reed district and the Grimeway.
Okay, so you're checking out the Reed district and the Grimeway. Got it.
Yep.
So, is there any particular thing that you're looking for, or is it just general sightseeing?
This
Really sightseeing, right? Just seeing what there is to do around here, see if there's any shops of interest.
They're
We did
going to see the world's
mention-
biggest anchor.
We did mention seeing if like there was like a job board for a quick job that we can take through the week, but
So there are job boards here and there. The Imperial Waters doesn't have a job board, mostly because most of its business is its normal thing. But you start looking around the Reed district. Even though the two of you are somewhat familiar with it, there has been a lot more things added since you've been around. Mostly residential areas, you can see. A lot of hastily built wooden structures. They seem suitable enough, but they also look like they've been put up in a hurry. So you're able to locate... Let me just get my list here. In terms of shops, in the Reed district specifically, you find a general store called the Shingles. It's a muddy single-story stone building with windows that have the storm shores over them. Though you can actually see on one side of the wall, the stone wall is actually toppled over, and there's a wooden wall in its place.
Okay. Is that new?
Hard to tell. You don't know. The wood looks relatively weathered. So it's probably been out at least for a decent amount of time.
Okay.
In terms of other shops, you find a blacksmith called the Broken Axle. It's compared to the rest of the buildings around, it's actually surprisingly clean, barring where the forge is situated. It's an outdoor forge, which is just full of like coal dust and metal shavings on the floor and such. It appears as well that it has almost like a wooden window that can be open to the side, almost like a drive-through window, almost near the forge. You don't see whoever the blacksmith is though at the forge.
Okay.
You find a almost like cordoned off section of the city called the Ores Magnates. There's a sign there saying, warning, entering mining facilities, perpetrators will be prosecuted, or trespassers will be prosecuted, I should say.
Okay.
At this point you can see this is just where like it sort of dips down slightly, as you can see, like almost like a few open quarries, though you see it does occasionally have a few like just general like mining shafts heading downwards.
Okay.
You do locate the hole in the bucket. It's a rather solid-looking stone building. As with everything, dirty with soot and coal dust. The aforementioned bucket is situated next to the main door. And as you peek into the bucket, you can see the entire bottom of the bucket's gone.
Yeah.
But there is a job board near the hole in the bucket.
All right. Yeah, I will go ahead and take the time to check that out.
So let me get that list. So you can see 5 things on the job board, alongside like regular like several like business advertisements and everything. The ones that you see that you can pick to jobs is one of them is a wanted poster specifically asking for an individual known as the Smuggler, stating that the Zaman Guard seeks information regarding. It says the Zaman Guard seeks information regarding this elusive smuggler. Any information welcome.
Yeah, that fucker.
There you see another one, which is like in rather fancy writing, saying, "Escort required. Merchant heading to Port Embar, requiring sellswords as escort. Must bring home supplies. 5 silver per day per person." You see, and ironically below that, you see a notice saying, "Warning to travelers and inhabitants. Robberies of merchants are on the rise. Do not advertise your wealth or travel plans to reduce chances. Any suspicious activity, report to the guard immediately." You get the feeling this notice was placed after the advertisement. You see another one. It's written in terribly bad handwriting. It just says, "Wolves are attacking me sheep. Need people to kill the pack."
Aw.
And another one. This one, again, looks to be rather formal. Issued, assumingly from the Zaman Guard themselves, saying, "Draconic creature spotted. 100 gold for the capture or death of a draconic creature spotted in the fields outside the city. Seek the Vagrant Plateau garrison for more information." Those are the only substantial jobs you can see among a list of like people wanting to buy or sell stuff, or basically advertisements of the jobs.
Well, obviously we've seen that smuggler person before. The poster. I mean, we're
Yes.
keeping an eye out, but you know,
I mean,
should we tell them?
Given the nature of that, it could be literally anybody, that smuggler.
Yeah, she gestures to the one of like, you know, merchants and stuff have been robbed on the road. Should we tell them that we probably found the people doing it?
Yes, indeed, or at least one of the culprits. I wouldn't go as far as saying they may be the only ones, but
Well, of course, but that was a pretty big band. I wouldn't be surprised, you know.
yes.
And then I feel kind of bad for this guy, you know, with his sheep. Wolves would be easy. Get a couple coin.
Oh, that's a sheep. I thought I thought he was talking about his shelf.
No, sheep.
Okay.
So I don't mind, you know.
Why the winds were knocking over his shelf. I got very confused.
The wolves. I don't mind helping him, and then on this, the draconic
He didn't
creature.
fancy fighting a dragon, do he?
I mean, it didn't say dragon, it said draconic. Could be a shitty dragonborn, or is it kobolds that are draconic? I think. I mean, it may be a dragon, but I don't think that they would give like a big terrorizing dragon to like just some random people. It's probably just no baby, if it is.
So that's something I love about Mebs.
I'm sorry, saying what?
There's something amazing about Meb saying the word baby.
Baby.
I do.
Baby.
I suppose that'd be an easy 100. That's given people of our expertise, that might be a decent 100 gold.
So why don't we go to the guard to get more information? Tell the guard about the smuggler, not the smuggler, the robbers that we had encountered, and then go out and talk to this guy about the sheep.
All right, that worked. Although I fear we don't have any proof that we were the ones who defeated the robbers, are we? Did we? They'll have
We
us
took
essentially-
stuff off of them, but we aren't really asking for like money or anything. We're just telling them, hey, we met these people and they tried to rob us.
Yes,
So you know, here's possibly what you're looking for. You know?
Yes. I suppose I would dissuade you from their fears. All right. Well, I suppose that you wouldn't know where the garrison is, do you?
Do I?
You
I feel like
avoid
steered
the
clear of it.
Vagrant. You avoid the Vagrant Plateau. It's you're not super familiar. Like the higher up you go, you know basically nothing out for the Vagrant Plateau, outside of it's where the fancy people live.
I know where to avoid, but I don't know specifically where it is. If we do go, I might need to change.
I suppose you wouldn't be wanted this far inland, would you?
Pirates are wanted everywhere, Aki. Even the harmless ones.
Okay.
Harmless as if she's not wanted for breaking 50 hearts at once.
Oh my god, can you imagine that on Mev's fucking wanted poster? Wanted, stole my heart.
She's
Like-
wanted for like a couple of coin. That's a possibility.
Yeah, but that's because of her relation to people. I don't know. She probably has some fucking poor jilted ex-boyfriend. Like, but, Mev just nods at Aki like, yeah, you know, kind of, or the kind of shit out of luck when you're a pirate. I just, you know, I just need to change into something less my culture. I would have to blend in.
What are you wearing at the moment?
She is wearing basic pirate garb. You know, she's got the pants, the boots, the, you know, blouse, and this tight corset. And Mev really likes bangles. She's kind of covered in them, along with her armband. And she definitely screams, you know, like traveler pirate woman.
Got it. Okay. Well, I suppose on the way we could go on a shopping trip.
We could. I mean, I don't exactly have casual clothing, so
Yes, mine are getting a bit shabby and smelling rather overripe.
well, that is because you need to wash them. But I suppose if you need, you know, a new shirt without a little stain on it. She smiles at him. Broke my heart, 8 copper reward. I am worth so much more than 8 copper. She glances at Kindling, who, up to this point, is not really a huge fan of clothes, is he? Like, the only thing that he has is, like, I don't know, pants and a fucking blanket.
Yeah.
A skirt and a blanket. Okay.
Cute.
But, you know, Mev looks to Kindling. She has this big grin. I guess we get to dress you up, too. Oh, I can't wait to see you in a little fancy shirt like Aki. It would be so cute.
I mean, he is a grown man. He doesn't have to wear clothes he doesn't want to.
I mean, I suppose, but you know, we're trying to be casual. And, I think we will probably at least need casual outfits in the future if we keep doing what we're doing.
What? Being a member of regular civilization, do you mean?
We're not just members of regular civilization. We're mercenaries, and we've gotten quite popular with people in power. If this continues and we keep climbing, you know, obviously we're going to have to look presentable. Maybe a pirate, but I know that clothing is important. It
course.
changes how people perceive you.
Sure. Well, how would you like to be perceived then?
Someone trustworthy. And I know that my current garb does not really incite trust from people outside my culture.
Well, to be fair, I find you trustworthy no matter what you wear.
But remember, you know me. Before, when you didn't, you accused me quite a bit.
Yes, sure, I did. Not proud of it, but I did, yeah.
So we're going on the assumption that you don't know me. What would you think when you see me? Kindling!
His words, not mine.
Mev... Fuck. Mev looks at Kindling, and she just has this big grin on her face. Okay, fair enough. Aki?
I probably know you were from far away, but other than that, I wouldn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know you.
Oh, Aki.
What?
When we first met, you thought that my people were vagabonds and thieves and murderers. You know what you thought of me.
I suppose. Yes, I suppose I must admit that I was wrong and grievously misinformed. That
You're missing the point of the exercise. You had prejudice, yes, but now you've grown. Other people still have that. So, we need new clothes. Yes?
Yes. Yes, sure.
And that's another life lesson for Aki Down.
Might as well start my own sodding university at this rate.
You know, that actually would be very helpful. Think about it. You could, like, help teach other ignorant people about how ignorant they are. Saves me a lot of the work.
I'll have to be an entire chapter of my memoirs then, won't it?
Mev starts, walking to go get some new clothes, but she looks to Kindling. Didn't think I was so annoying when I kicked your ass, Yeah, alright. They'll go get clothes. We can switch to Havelock. Because I don't have a whole lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
Mine wasn't gonna take that long. Tavlok's essentially just doing a small shopping session. He's going to look for a tent for Dawes.
No.
Okay.
A tent for Dawes.
A tent for Dawes and like a tiny suit.
So in terms of like finding a tent, you could probably, if you're just staying around the Reed district, you could probably maybe find something in the Shingles. It is a general store after all.
Mm-hmm.
So is that where you're heading, or are you going to be looking elsewhere within the city?
I'll be looking around there.
Around the Shingles? Okay.
Yeah, Havelock just wants to find it as quick as he can and head back to the inn and pass out for a while.
Okay.
Alone?
Yeah. Surprisingly.
Yeah. So obviously they don't have imp-sized tents, but the shopkeeper is able to like sort of sell you why is my brain completely dying on me for this one? It's fucking iron. Oh my god, my brain.
There, Tom. Take a second, it's okay.
So he's able to sell you some cloth, like some rather like a bit of canvas, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And why do I want to say an iron stake when it's not an iron stake? It's fucking little thin. It's like what you use for shish kebabs, but iron.
Skewers.
Skewers, that's it. Why was my brain not working on that one? Like iron skewers typically used for like, for like cooking, like you put it on the brain. Why? You know, like how they usually place the food on between two iron bars and they just rotate it slowly?
Mm-hmm.
Those things? Those.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. My brain isn't working for some reason. Like a spit, yeah. That's it. That was it. That was the word I was looking for. Fuck. But yes, you are able to get some iron spits and some canvas from the owner of the Shingles. It will cost you 4 silver in total.
Okay.
And obviously some assembly required.
Yes, some assembly required. Can I also find a place to get a bit of fur and then some fabric and stuffing?
So for that, you would probably need to head to the lower level of the Skyward Market. So
I'll do it.
Yeah. Okay. So you make your way up the Grimeway to the Mill District, which, even though it says district, it's literally just the road that is between the Skyward Markets and the Grimeway. I would say finding all of that would probably cost you an additional 6 silver.
Consider it done.
Okie dokie.
And then when I head back, I'm going to assemble everything for Dawes, and then I'm going to make him a little personal bedroll, and then a little fur blanket to go with it.
Okay, make a dex check for me.
Dex check. Natural 22?
Nice. Okay, if you decided that the pirate and the sellsword business wasn't for you, maybe you could take up, being a, I don't know the male equivalent of it, seamstress, so I'll just call it seamstress, because I don't even know if there is a male equivalent of it.
I feel like it's a seamster, because ER tends to be
Yeah.
what they throw onto things.
Yeah, I only ever hear seamstress, so that's just why I'm saying seamstress. As you make a rather well-made tent. You haven't really been able to test it properly since pouring water directly on top of it is kind of a bit of an extreme test. But you're able to neatly make him a little bedroll and a little bit of a pillow and such, and yeah, you're able to put it in a way where it's easy enough to pack away and put back together.
Havelock's gonna pass the fuck out. Back to the group.
Okie dokie. So, group. You are group? What
Hello?
do group?
Oh yeah, we're
I'm
going close
looking.
something, aren't we?
Yeah. At soup.
Soup? We're at soup, yeah.
Why
are you getting clothes at the soup store?
Fuck yeah. there is actually a clothes store called Soup in Canada, apparently.
Yep.
So now people are
that's
legally
cool.
obligated to say fuck you on that now.
We don't have to do the roleplay the clothes shopping just because I have to leave in 30 minutes.
Oh, no, I totally get it. I was just seeing it's more of a question of, do you still look around the various places that you slowly make your way to the clothes shopping, or do you just go straight to the clothes shopping?
I think we've got our goals, we've got our plans.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I think we should go clothes shopping.
So you're just going straight to the clothes shopping, you're not sort of sightseeing the other districts now?
not right now.
Okay, alright. So, what
Yeah.
particular outfits are you looking for, then? I guess is a question. We won't roleplay it, but obviously need to know.
Just something more unassuming, still obviously mercenary, but I guess something that looks like, yes, I am from Kolmordak, completely normal individual.
Okay, so kind of like the attire that, say, a hunter would have, for example.
Yeah.
Where it's it still works fine, but it's got that sort of ruggedness to show that you do more than just stay inside the city all day. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
For that one, it's more of a case of you're directed towards a hunting store. A much larger one that's sort of a bit higher up in the Skyward Markets, nearer to the more well-off area, so to speak. But yeah, you can get some rather rugged traveler's clothing for, we'll say, about 2 gold each.
All right.
Okay.
And this hunting these hunting clothes can also double as protection from the elements and such as well.
I have 0 gold.
If you have
Really?
20 silver, you can throw that in.
Yeah.
Or 200 copper if you really want to make the proprietor cry.
We'll settle for settle for 20 silver. There we go. Yeah, that's really what I wanted. Yeah, I have 0 gold. I didn't have that much gold in the first place, but I bought, a +1 weapon, so.
Yeah, you guys were celebrating about all your winnings, and it's gone.
I mean, I still have quite a bit of money. I just don't have gold. If I converted it to I converted my platinum to gold, I'd have a lot of gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, well, okay, Kinlan, that would be 2 gold for yourself then. or 20 silver or 200 copper if you want to make the prior to cry.
Oh, you know what? I'll get a fresh set of clothes as well, actually.
Okay, so the three of you are getting a bunch of hunter's clothes.
We all match.
And as I say, keep note that the clothes that you have bought will be good if you end up going to a cold climate.
Nice.
They're not as good as winter clothing, but...
I mean, Karmora is basically like jungle and swamp. I doubt that it gets particularly cold in the first place.
No, but it's just so you're aware if... I don't know where your journey's going. You might decide, hey, let's go as far north as we can. And then it's like, oh, I've got a plan for this now.
Listen, as far north as we can would be Jaw. So...
No, there's another continent that's... Oh, well, it's not really a continent. It's an island nation.
I was gonna say... Yeah, let's head over to Ansel right fucking now.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
Go on the boat, go to Ensor. Let's see how everyone's doing. We want to meet the god's headache.
But yeah, we get hunting clothes. It'll be perfectly normal. We look completely normal.
Yeah, I mean, you look relatively normal. I mean, obviously, like, you're wearing hunting clothes, but you still fit in, since there are there are hunters that are coming and going.
Hello, good sir. What sort of clothes would a normal, unassuming person wear?
Basically.
Also, while I'm here, can I pick up a sling?
Yes, you can. I need to. I really hate how it doesn't put the price on Roll20, so I have to always grab the book. I got the book.
Yeah, same. I like to think we're all in the exact same clothes. We're gonna come back like with a uniform, and Havelock's gonna be like, "What the hell? Why did I get one?"
You're just gonna come back with
what?
like fancy navy uniforms.
I should actually get Havelock a uniform.
So a sling will cost you a silver piece.
Oh, okay.
No, not yours. I'll get Havelock one, so he isn't left out.
Okay, there you go. I've paid for the sling. I need a thing of a pouch of the bullets as well, won't I?
It's a sling. It uses rocks.
Or marbles, if you're really the...
Yeah. Or iron bearings, if you want to be a dick.
Also, Peach, yeah, but Merlita's fucking dead.
Yeah, I still have 200 ball bearings in my fucking bag.
But for the sling, since it only requires rocks, you don't need to worry about ammo, since unless you're in a place that's for some reason made out of just entirely out of wood, you should be able to find rocks easy enough. Okay. So, is there anything else that you wish to do after your little shopping?
I think
we're okay, actually.
Yeah, like, I don't want to get into anything because I'm going to work so soon, so
Okay.
I feel like it's a good space to call it for now.
Alright. So you decide just to get a bit more acquainted with the city as you ride out the remainder of the afternoon until eventually you return back to the impure waters. I assume retire to your rooms without company, beyond your own. And you call it a night for your first day in Sangaan. And that's where we're going to call it for this session, and that is a level up for you all.
Yay!
You have gotten closer to a major story bit, plus you have just completed a long journey.
Level up! Level up!
I
Levels!
No. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, it really was like, I'm sorry.
It's just, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am.
My bad.
Yeah. So let's see them rolls, because that gets you guys to level 6 now, I think. Is it 6 or 5? I keep forgetting. It's been a while.
It's 6.
6.
Ooh, I get my next Circle of Dream Druid thing.
We are better than level 5, Thomas.
Oh yeah, I get my next fucking ability thing, which means I'm taking telekinetic.
Hey.
Gonna start
Ew.
putting Mev down that path.
Anna, roll for your level up HP stuffs.
I will. Give me just 1 second, because I have to stop it from trying to give me a level in Warlock and give me one in Paladin.
Oh.
Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma. Sorcerer is a Charisma class, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll
Sorcerer
need
is-
to boost up my Charisma to 14 so I can multi-class later.
Well, not like that's going to be too hard. When's your next ability score? Level 8?
8, yep. Well, I have a 13 in Charisma, so once I get this telekinetic feat, it'll boost me up to 14,
Ah,
and I'll be viable for the class.
even better.
Yep.
I get to start casting spells!
Yeah, you've got access to Paladin Spells.
I do.
As a bonus action, you can try to telekinetically shove one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. Woo!
I just kind of imagine that more being Valkyr just temporarily, like, forming and pushing him.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I'm level 2, but it's still got me stuck in a Tempest Domain Paladin thing. Why? I did not choose this.
I don't know.
Don't know.
But, I mean, this is supposed to be fucking Mev's powers improving, so. I have a spell, guys! I have Mage Hand!
Yay!
Holy shit!
How did you get that?
Telekinetic.
I took the telekinetic feat because I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be moving Mev's storyline in a specific direction, so,
Towards being magic.
mixing the magic, yeah.
Fair enough.
Lift
Nice.
heavy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It is one of those things that's like, I can do this, I can do this, I can hit harder.
Yeah.
Man, do I go with blind fighting or hoplite?
It's a good question.
Do I wanna fight blind if needed? Or do I wanna take opportunity attacks if anything tries to hit y'all within 5 feet of me?
Isn't that Sentinel?
Nope. It's,
Nope, that's hoplite.
yeah, Hoplite's a little bit different.
As long
Okay.
as you have a shield and you're alert to attacks.
'Cause-
Or creature attacks an ally within 5 feet.
I mean, part of the reason that you have the eye patch is because you don't have dark vision. That if you take blind fighting, that means that you can fight in the dark.
Within
True,
10 feet.
But then Havelock also loses his lovely little eye patch usefulness.
Well, not necessarily.
That's not exactly true.
Blind
It's
fighting is
within
only 10 feet.
Yeah, so like it's helpful for when we're in the dark, but it doesn't make the eye patch useless.
Besides, the eye patch emits light, so everyone else can make use of it. You yourself can only make
True.
use of blind fighting.
Plus, it'll be good for stealth for you.
Also, I just read at the bottom of that. Moreover, you can see an invisible creature within that range unless the creature successfully hides from you. I'm going with blind fighting.
Which technically invincible creatures do get advantage.
They do.
Woo, telekinetic. I can't wait to fucking shove one of you with my mind.
Oh, you're gonna be shoving me.
And then
Maybe.
I guess the discussion outside quietly would be, would it be Valkyr or would it just be Mev?
Fuck around and find out. I mean, I intend on it being Mev, but I'm sure that Valkyr. I mean, Valkyr he's shoved Aki before.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if Valkyr wanted to, he can just shove something. But if it's just Mev, you know, and she doesn't touch them.
I'm just thinking. Did you say that shove's a bonus action?
Yes.
Valkyr could shove, and then you could shove afterwards.
Yep.
Letting me pick my spells that I can get as a paladin, because I already have all my warlock spells, so I'm just gonna have to like add my 2 in on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Nate, invisible blind fighter Havelock against some poor guard in the dark.
Rip.
I can just imagine it's like, I've got blind fighting in pitch black. I'm a genius. The ranged tremor sensing creature just firing arrows from a distance. Oh no!
Fucking. I actually played Tilly, my alloydy artificer.
Mm-hmm.
She was blind and she had tremor sense. And she fucking beat people's asses.
Thomas, can I bargain with you?
Depends.
Can I give up one of my warlock spells to be able to take 3 paladin spells? Only level 1.
I'm pretty sure you can change the spells freely for when you level up. I thought that's how it works. Like when you level up, you can change your spells.
Yeah, you can.
I forgot about that.
And
I don't need Armor of Agathis anymore. I can take a smite.
Yeah, because it's...
Smite!
Listen, Havelock needs compelled duel.
Yeah.
If they fail a wisdom save, they have to fight me.
Yeah, because as far as I'm aware, there's no rule really stating, unless the like table says like spells known.
I mean, it says fucking spells known for druids, and druids know all spells unless, you know, they just have them prepped.
Yeah, that's
it's
the
just
thing.
how
It's
many
weird.
you're allowed to have on your thing.
Yeah.
True, because I don't know if at 2nd level I get any cantrips as a paladin.
You don't.
I don't think
paladins
I was about to say.
don't use cantrips.
I was about to say I don't think they get any.
Yep, you do not get any cantrips. The only cantrip that Nem had was light, and that was from her ASMR stuff.
Ah.